Welcome to HighScore ThrowDown with your host, George BeerMoney.
I am your judge, your host.
Point to George.
What's your name?
All right.
I am George, I am the wild card. With me is Joey Hill, the Salt King. I guess we're doing nicknames now.
We're not doing nicknames.
We're doing nicknames.
Salt King, you are all in my salt dominion.
You're not even playing!
You're not a panelist. Get out of here.
Alright, for our panelists, we got Nick Knoke,
What up?
John Knoke,
Hey.
and our defending champion, Chris Hawk. Jumping right in.
Oh shit.
Here we go. First
Question number one, man. What's best kids game? And we are going to start with Chris Hawk.
All right, easily. The best kid game of all time is Disney Infinity. All right. Let me tell you why. You get not only. What are you doing, John?
I just started watching your answer. Go ahead.
Okay. You get to play as your favorite Disney character, and what little kid does not love a good Disney character? You get to go through missions and stuff. You get to play as those characters. You get to do missions themed to the movie they came in, and also movies that they didn't go in. And then also you get to make your own level in the toy sandbox, and they have physical copies of the toy themselves. And what's not better that when you turn the game off, you can still play it.
Anyway. Is that all? Okay. Nick.
All right. For my favorite kids game, Super Smash Brothers.
Rogers?
Brothers. I said brothers.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Super Smash Brothers. You know why? It's fun for everyone. I don't know a single person that doesn't love Super Smash Brothers.
I love
it.
I don't love it.
One edition of it.
I like it. I love it.
One edition of it. Whether it's 64, Melee, Brawl, or Wii U. Somebody loves it. Or even 3DS. It's mobile. Everybody loves this game. It's rated E10 and up. There's different game modes. Not only is there the classic,
pretty great.
the classic fighting, just four people fighting. Now there's 8 people fighting. There's also the weird board game that's not personally for me, but maybe you like it.
It's not for me, it's for kids.
There's a variety of people from Nintendo and now Namco. People love Nintendo characters. There's not one place you can't find Super Mario, Luigi, Kirby, any of those people. You can't places that they can buy video games. You can't. Video gaming is just Nintendo. Nintendo made video gaming. They made the best kids video game. That's the end of my argument.
All right, John.
My choice is Minecraft. I don't know how many times I have talked to people at work that have 5-year-olds that play Minecraft. They love the game.
I love it.
It's Legos without the Legos. You get in there, you can build anything you want. People make castles. They
How much
play
does
different.
Minecraft cost?
I don't know.
$20? How much does a Lego kit cost?
$20.
Depends
I
on
don't
how
even
big.
know. But it doesn't matter.
I
Legos
want a good size
cost
Lego kit. How much
so
is it going to run?
much money.
Probably $50.
Minecraft, you can get it once. Kids can play on the console with their friends. I don't even like Call of Duty, sure, but you get a bunch of 5-year-olds together. You give them Minecraft, they will have fun for hours.
I'm not going to give Call of Duty to a bunch of 5-year-olds. I'm not going to lie.
People do it.
You're right.
Chris Hawk. Okay, I feel like... Hold on. Have you played this game?
No, I have not. Because I'm not a little kid.
You know what's great? You said Disney Infinity. It has those little statues. So does Super Smash Brothers. Amiibos. People fucking collect amiibos.
People go fucking nuts over Disney Infinity figures.
Oh, do they? How many? I've seen every Disney Infinity figure sit in GameStop for years.
Because they're always restocked.
I just want to throw it out there. Skylanders started it,
Okay.
and
Disney
I see
Infinity
more people
perfected it.
I see more people buy Skylanders figures than I've ever seen people buy
This
Disney
isn't
Infinity.
about Skylanders. This is about Disney
No,
Infinity.
it's
But is
not.
there tournaments
but there's
for Disney
alternatives.
But those aren't for little kids. Little kids don't show up to tournaments.
Yes, they do.
No,
actually.
I don't.
Chris, you ever been to a Pokemon tournament?
Dude, show up to
Kids are
tournaments.
plenty. Kids
For
plenty.
Smash.
They're everywhere. And I guarantee if you did I have never seen or witnessed a Skylanders tournament, but I bet you kids flock to that thing too. I remember my cousins, they wanted me to they were like, hey, if you see this rare Skylander, pick it up, and I would.
When you think of kids, you're not thinking of only boys, but you're thinking of girls. More girls are going to play Disney Infinity because they can play as their Disney princesses.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't want
It's
to
a
play
kids game. It's for boys and girls.
I don't think kids today, especially girls, want to play video games. I don't see that. I don't see girls going to GameStop
They can
and
play
buying
as their-
Disney. They can.
They're Disney princess
Do they?
or Disney queen.
No. Okay. No, they don't.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Smash Brothers. How many of those characters do kids know? Mario,
Everybody knows
Sonic. Who know what little kid knows who Pit is?
Who the fuck is Rosalina?
What little kid has played Fire Emblem? What 5-year-old kid has played Fire Emblem?
You got me there, but
What?
plenty. The female characters aren't in Fire Emblem. They aren't.
What
in
little
Pit.
kid loves Donkey Kong? There hasn't been a good Donkey Kong game in quite
I
a
liked
while.
Donkey Kong when I was a kid.
A lot of kids
You
know who
grew up
Kong
with
is.
Donkey Kong. What
But-
kid today grew up with Donkey Kong? What
I mean,
kid
There's
today?
Princess Peach, Rosalina.
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Rosalina's from the new Mario Galaxy.
I haven't played the new Mario Galaxy.
Neither have a bunch of 5-year-olds, okay? This is about kids. Kids 10 and under. Once you hit 10, you're an adult nowadays, okay? You know how everything works.
I'm gonna
But
stop
you
y'all
can
there.
still enjoy Minecraft, even if you can't.
I'm gonna stop y'all there. I don't have to ask this to Nick because everybody's played Smash here. Have you played Minecraft?
Yes.
I am not surprised.
You've already asked me if I played.
He's actually
anything,
played
I said
Minecraft
Yes, I know.
with me. So.
I have played Minecraft, and that's another one of my points. You don't have to be under 10 to enjoy the game. I
Yeah,
think
I played
almost
for hours at a time.
everybody can enjoy Minecraft. Maybe
Me
not
personally,
by
I hate the
yourself,
game.
but at least with friends. I can enjoy it by myself. I know a lot of people that can enjoy it by themselves,
I
but I
enjoy it
think
by
people
myself.
enjoy it
I'm a-
more with friends.
I'm a grown salty man with
I
a
think-
butthole, and I enjoy
I think
it.
if you want to relate to kids more, you got to get something that they love, and every kid loves Disney.
Not every kid.
Most kids love Disney,
What
and
about
they
kids in
love
Asia?
the stories, and they love the characters that you can play as, and you just don't have those characters in Minecraft.
Well, first of all, okay, you can skin your character in Minecraft and be that.
That's not the same, though.
But Minecraft isn't about who you can be.
I know,
It's
it's-
about what you can do. It's about growing
But
their
what if I'm not a
imaginations.
creative kid and I just want to play a game that's
All
just
right.
a sandbox game?
Okay.
I mean, not
I'm gonna call
sandbox.
I'm gonna call it. Chris Hawk, shut the fuck up.
Stop using John Kanoki's catch line. I'm gonna call it.
Yeah. So,
Just for the record, this is Mario at fact checking.
Oh,
okay, because nobody said anything.
Because he doesn't exist.
I didn't get any fact checks.
You
on
guys are pretty much like all correct. Everybody collects the amiibos. They collect the Disney Infinity. I can't find anything on how good the collection for Disney Infinity is. I do know about the amiibo collection because I have bought some and I've been trying to buy some. Other than that, I can't find anything on how I saw something where people collect the Marvel ones more, but that's all I know. Minecraft.
There's a lot of merch.
I own one of those
Yeah,
Marvel.
there's a
Disney
lot. There's a
Infinity
lot
ones,
of
actually.
We all
children's
do.
merchandise.
It's amazing.
All right. Anyway, I got my answer. I'm gonna give it to John.
Probably the better.
John's gonna run with it right with this. So.
I didn't even think of Minecraft.
Take the
I will
crown.
say the part of the problem with
They
the
do.
figure-based games is they're hard to find
Mhm.
because I see a lot of parents going to places
You know,
and they can't find what they need to unlock the content for their
You
own
know,
kids.
Skylanders is a
Yes.
$3 billion grossing game.
It makes a lot of money.
It's ridiculous.
It makes a lot of money.
Okay.
I know.
I love that Venom.
Question number 2.
I hope I'm first again.
Best character creator in a video game.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna start with John.
All right. I don't know if you guys have played my choice. My personal choice is Neverwinter Nights 2 for the PC. It's actually basically a D&D character brought to life.
Ooh.
You can set all your skills. You can do your attributes.
It's like Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah, it's like a lot
You
of the
said
other
Neverwinter Nights 2.
Neverwinter Nights 2. I picked 2 because it has more customization than the first game.
They usually do.
Yeah. So what was great about 2
Somebody let the dog out.
is you have over 24 different playable races. Maybe 24. It could be over
24?
24
Playable races?
playable races from the
I just
Forgotten
pooped
Realms
myself.
setting.
Through my
Okay,
butthole.
24.
Because he
After
has
that,
one.
you have 15 base classes. That is not including prestige classes. That if you start at a higher level, which you can start your character at a higher level, especially if you're playing some of the
Wait. I
the
had to let the dog out.
expansions.
Did you say there's 15 classes and 24 playable races?
Yes.
They did.
You just blew my mind.
15,
Look,
but
I've
there's
never heard of that.
prestige classes.
I'm not the judge or anything, but that blows my mind. I'm out. I'm
You
leaving.
might have sold him the game.
He just left.
This game
He literally
is
just
phenomenal.
left.
The graphics may not be today's updated,
Welcome back.
but that's not what D&D is about. But when you can give your character life and then go play as him, D&D style, I think it's great.
John Kanoki's gonna run away with this thing.
Look, I'm not the judge.
And for
I've
the
never heard of
next
that.
next answer is Chris out.
Oh, okay. This is a very unorthodox answer. I didn't go with the typical character creation in a video game. My favorite, and I think is the best character created in a video game, is from Transformers Fall of Cybertron. You get to make your own Transformer, and there's nothing cooler than that. When I was a little kid, I've always wanted to make my own Transformer. You can make 4 different types of Transformers. Not as many classes
Only I was the judge
as Neverwinter Nights, but let me just tell you can make a plane, a truck, a tank, and a coupe-like car, and you can make your guy look like anything you want. You want him to have freaking spikes on him like a dinosaur and still change into a car? You can do that. You can do whatever you want in this game. And I thought it was the best personal touch. You can change colors. You can make them look however you want. And I think there's nothing cooler than that, making your own Transformer.
But we still have one more. Nick, what is your answer?
So my answer pertains to making the most badass character in video games for Saints Row 4.
Oh my god.
Your character is literally such a badass.
Actually, I played this game. I made my grandfather.
Saints Row has the greatest one because it literally covers everything. You can be fat, you can be skinny, you can be muscular, you can be slightly fat and like muscular. You can be just a normal average dude. You could be old, you can be young. You can even modify the size of your private parts. Like, you want to be a girl?
That's true.
You want
Yeah, okay, but the thing is, though, you can do
Wait.
all this but the private parts in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Can you make your skin blue in Grand Theft Auto 5? Can you make your skin metallic in Grand Theft Auto 5?
No, but you can't be blue in Transformers Fall of Cybertron.
Let me
can't be
throw
a
this
blue
out
human.
there.
Wait. And I
Hold
can
on,
make my
hold on.
package.
I made the
bigger.
Silver Surfer when I played the game.
Hang
He's
on.
a buff, muscular
What?
Australian
Hold
dude.
on. What
My grandfather
exactly
was a
is
fat bald guy.
mentalic?
It was great.
Metallic?
You said mentalic.
I meant
I'm asking what is mentalic?
It's a metallic man. I think that's what it is.
Yes, metallic man.
I just want to say, he's talking about mentalic and talking about making his private parts bigger. So I just want you guys to do a little math there.
I don't
So
think you need math to see what
So
Nick
listen.
Noki's on.
not only do you get to make just what your character looks like awesome, you can give them like an array of a bunch of different hairstyles. You can change their voice. There's 3 different voices per gender on top of a zombie voice in case you wanted to be weird and just make gurgling sounds the entire game.
Wait, you don't have to speak. You just gurgle.
Yes.
What are you on,
I,
Morlock?
the male voice is like an average dude. There's like a deeper voice, and then there's an Australian / UK voice. I can't discern which one it is.
You know, your character creation doesn't impress me much because many games do that.
I don't think it. As ridiculous as those things sound, and that's kind of funny actually. I like Saints Row. I thought about it. I don't think creating your character should just all be about what you can do to it. It's about how people are going to respond to what you've done, and I think D&D does that well.
In
because
Saints Row, they have a whole community where you upload your characters so other people can play them.
Well, that's irrelevant to the actual game, though. I don't want to play somebody else's character. I want to play my own. And I think when you make
You said 24 races and 15 classes.
you make a all right, if you make a dwarf in the Forgotten
360
Realms,
combinations.
if you make a dwarf in the Forgotten Realms community, everything is going to respond the way things in Forgotten Realms respond. If you make one of the underdwarves, the Sphere Neblin, people are like, "What the hell are you doing up here? You don't belong up here." Like they respond to your race, and I think that's more what it's about, rather than how ridiculous you are in the game.
But being ridiculous is always
Chris Hawk.
fun. Everybody
Alright,
enjoys
How
being
does the
ridiculous.
character
Silver Surfer
creation
with an afro.
aspect in Fall of Cybertron?
Well, in Fall
how does
of
that affect gameplay?
Well, it affects gameplay and the fact that whatever weapon you choose, sometimes they only pertain to certain classes and stuff. Like you only can have a heavy weapon if you're a tank or a truck, or if you're a plane, you can go with the lighter weapons like a sniper rifle or a plasma gun.
But aren't you just making copies of other Transformers?
Well, hang
Not
on
really.
another
You can
second.
take different parts from Transformers and combine them into other different parts. It's a
I have
different.
another question though.
Yes.
When you make this character, are you playing through the actual campaign mode?
No, you're playing through multiplayer.
Okay.
I think that as a
But
Transformer,
that character is yours,
I think-
and no one has the same character.
but I think there's
Well, that
enough
damn dog won't
Transformers
stand.
to where you're as similar to another Transformer, whereas a D&D character is unique entirely. You can make the same class, you can make the same thing, but you're not going to be the same character. That's
George, I assume you're going to ask me the same questions you asked Chris Hawk. It barely affects the gameplay, except for that if you're fat, you can't fit the same places as if you were skinny.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I'll give him that.
However, I'm gonna have to give it to John again. The only reason why I'm choosing that is because
360 combinations.
that and
my-
people
that's
actually
only base
react to
class.
Joey Hill, the hype man.
and no, but like it actually affects gameplay. Like the character you build.
Like when you make the character, you know
I knew this was
you're gonna have a reaction.
I just want
Anyway.
to say for the record,
Look, only I get salty, okay?
I'm
How about
supposed to be
you?
a fact
Come here,
checker
britches.
this week, and there's nothing I can fact check because they're all right. Like
That was
I
That
me
know-
means
last
you're doing
week.
your job.
We
That was
came
me
to
last
play.
week.
All right, we came to play and we're right about it.
360
I fact-checked
combinations.
myself.
I'm still stuck on that.
Just
And
as
I love Transformers.
just as an example, in the beginning of the game, you meet a tiefling, and if you're a tiefling, she's like, I've never met another tiefling before. Like it's that in depth. Like
What
That's
system is this
amazing.
game for?
I have to have
it's
this
for
game.
PC.
Neverwinter
looking
Nights
for
2,
it.
right?
Neverwinter Nights 2. There's actually a
I'm
creator.
actually gonna go off. I want the
Explain it
world
later. I'll
to
explain it
know
later. It's irrelevant.
that I am definitely gonna be downloading this game tonight.
Me too.
Anyway,
I hope I'm last on this question.
actually, you are. Next question: Best BioWare game.
God,
I hope we all say the same thing.
I hope we all do too.
I hope you do not, because if y'all did, then Nick is gonna get the point. Because Nick, your answer is first.
All right, so I think the best BioWare game is the first Mass Effect.
Oh.
Now, I know what people at home are thinking. Well, the first Mass Effect, the gameplay sucked. But if you're thinking that, you're stupid. Because the Mass Effect's not about the gameplay, it's about the story. Mass Effect 1 sets up everything. It starts Shepard's journey for saving the galaxy. That's great. Galaxy saving? I'm all for that. That's why Star Wars is like one of the greatest movies ever.
Did you just
How many races
did
can
you just
play?
did you just compare Star
How many
Wars to
races
Mass
can you
Effect?
play?
Yeah.
In Mass Effect,
Because that's never been done before.
in Mass Effect, you can only play a human.
And how many classes are there?
There are, I want to say six.
So
Six.
only 6 combinations? Knoke wins Neverwinter Nights. 360
It's not a
combinations.
BioWare game. That's
I'm sorry,
You're still
it should
stuck
be.
on the last question.
I can't get over that.
360 combinations.
Mass Effect
That's
the first Mass Effect sets up the galaxy for the next 2 games. It gives you just enough to want more.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. John.
I'm gonna go with Mass Effect 3. Mass
Oh,
Effect
shit!
1 starts it. Mass Effect 3 finishes it. How
But
many
that
people?
ending, though.
How many people made all of these decisions in 1 and 2? Watch people die, watch people live, watch people grow as characters, and watch them finish it. Sure, the end of the game isn't what everybody wanted, but how did you want them to end it? There was no easy way to end the game. Like, you want everybody to live? Like, nobody wants that. Like, that's not
I
going to
want the
happen.
record to show y'all are pandering to the wrong host.
I'm just looking at Joey. He's easier to talk to. No, but Mass Effect 3, it's
Fuck
just,
you too. You don't
see,
get a point.
you see everybody
Just laugh a lot.
come full circle. Whoever you romance in the first game, if you cap them, they're there. You go to all the home worlds that matter.
Is there anyone like that if you romance them in the first 2 games that they wouldn't be in the 3rd game?
If they died,
Okay, alright. But I mean, they can reach that level.
they
right?
all appear. I won't say they're all heavily involved because they aren't,
But they're all there.
but they are all there.
Screw it.
That's pretty impressive.
Good out!
Alright,
Before he answers, I have a fact check. On Rotten Tomatoes, top 100 movies of all time, Star Wars is not on there.
He's not on the top.
Yeah,
not
but
on the
that's-
top 100.
Well, how many races can you be in Star Wars?
All
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
We all know the best BioWare game is Mass Effect 2. All right, let me tell you why.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
in
what is
terms of
going on right now?
in terms of tone, it is just like Empire Strikes Back. It is darker than both games. It is better than both games. It feels like an action adventure movie. It actually feels like you're playing a movie itself. It's thematic. The game starts and ends, and it could end in Shepard's death. How many games do you know starts off with the main character's death?
But
it's amazing.
If it ends in his death, that's not canon.
Hey, can you?
They don't
find me a couple-
account his
find me,
death
like,
as canon.
2 or 3 more games that end with the beginning
I feel like the
character
best-
dying.
I feel like the
main
best
character
part-
dying.
I just want to let
In
you
the
know
beginning.
on Wikipedia, the Star Wars wiki, There are 20 million species known in the galaxy.
20 million?
How many races are there?
Alright, anyway. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Species and races are the
Not
same.
races, I mean classes. I'm
The fact
sorry.
check you wanted me to look
Oh yeah,
at?
other games that have the main character ending in the beginning.
The tone is set very early. It is a suicide mission. And every time after that, it is tense the entire game. It has the best cast. It is just as good as the first one, if not better. Everyone could die. The combat was streamlined. Inventory was easier. And leveling was simplified.
Well, look, Mass Effect 2. Here's the problem with Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect is about the first one's about discovery. You know, you meet all these interesting races. What does 2 do? It takes that focus away. You focus on humans.
And that's the best part.
That's not the best part. That's not what Mass
Relationships
Effect is
and
about.
love is all it's about.
That is not what it's all about.
Relationships is what it's about, and getting through hard times.
I believe last week Halo won because it was the setup. I'm using that same argument here. Mass Effect was the
Different
setup to 2 and 3. Without Mass Effect 1, you would not have 2 and 3. You wouldn't care about the characters in 2 and 3 because you wouldn't have built relationships with them. I'm telling you now, when I played Mass Effect, I romanced Liara. In the second one, I didn't romance anybody because I romanced Liara. I wanted to stay faithful.
Yeah.
Well, you can actually rekindle that relationship if you would play the DLC.
Yeah, if you had played the DLC.
If you had played the DLC, you would know that. You know, you can further that.
We're not talking about DLC here.
It doesn't
We're
matter.
talking
It doesn't
about
matter.
The DLC is part of the
Mass
game.
Effect.
Kinoki,
Go, John.
if you romance Liara in the first one, will she be there in the third one?
Yes.
For you?
Yeah, she's a companion in the third one.
What if I
And you
didn't
actually go
do
to her
the DLC?
homeworld and deal with her losing half of the people on her homeworld, watching it get destroyed.
What if I didn't do the DLC in the second one?
If you didn't do the DLC,
Can I still rekindle Liara's
yes,
relationship?
yes, you can.
Okay.
And then you learn what she's been doing, what happened in that DLC you didn't play.
So
They
does
still
the
explain
DLC
it to you.
So does the DLC matter?
It does matter. It does matter because
Every
you want to
DLC
know
matters.
how it happens. But that's Mass Effect 2 related.
Mass Effect 1 may have set up the universe. Mass Effect 2 just blew it out of the fucking water, alright? It pushed everything over the edge.
Nick, would there be
Literally.
Would there be a 1, 2, and 3 without the first one?
No, there wouldn't be. That's why it's the greatest. It sets up everything. You wouldn't, even if there was a 2 and 3, it would
That's not true.
It would become the first one.
You can take away Mass Effect 1 and still have Mass Effect 2. Start off at Mass Effect
How?
2, you still have the same game.
Yeah, but you don't
'Cause it
have
starts
to.
up- hold on,
You don't
Because
have
this
to.
is what you do. You can just get rid of the first and have Cerberus come in, reanimate Shepard, and the game can go from there. You don't even need Mass Effect 1.
How's the?
I think part of the reason the first one is good is because it teases the overall antagonist, which is the Reapers. Like you don't think they're that big of a deal. I mean, you do. You know they're coming, but like you don't get that reaffirmed.
How's the ending of them all?
Who's the judge here?
No, I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions. I'm really.
A lot of people hate on the ending of Mass Effect 3.
I'm okay with it on this one because I never really.
A lot of
played
people
Mass
hate
Effect.
on the ending of Mass Effect 3 because they don't feel like their choices matter. When that's not the case, the whole game is an ending. The whole game is an ending to every choice you made in the first and second one. You can't narrow it down to how you beat the Reapers. That's not what the game's about. It's about all of your choices from the first two games coming full circle in the last game.
In the first game, the entire game, you're going after the main bad guy, who you think is the main bad guy, who's working with the Reapers, bringing the Reapers to this galaxy. When you end up killing him at the end of the game, you're like, oh, thank God, I killed him. Now the Reapers won't come. Then you're like, oh, crap, now they're still coming. How will we prepare? How are we going to fix this? It leaves you wanting more. That's why it is the greatest.
It's not the greatest, and I'm going to tell you why.
Would you like a fact check on IGN? What is the best Mass Effect out of all the trilogy? Voted by people.
Let's hear what the people got to say.
It's 2.
Number 2.
Mhm.
Wins number 1.
Well, that's
was
purely
31.
because of
Well, I was
gameplay.
just going to say, the entire ending is tense and dramatic. It's all about the suicide run and whether your team lives with you or dies with you. It is literally ride or die.
Yeah, but
And every choice you have made up until then can save or kill your own teammate.
But who cares?
And,
Okay.
But the ending shows you just how important the race to beat the Reapers are. It shows you what they're capable of, and that's why it's the best.
All right, I think I got enough. George gets the point.
You
That
give
just
him a
happened. George gets the point.
You give him a point yourself?
You
Yes.
can't do that.
So nobody gets a point.
I'm the judge! No, Nick wins on that one. Because...
For the record, my choice was number 1.
You had to change it.
I changed it.
But Nick
I've
said
been
it
there.
first.
So,
either
Joey, what
way.
was that fact you wanted to know?
I just wanted to know if there was like other games out there that started with the main character dying.
I think there is. I can't think of one though.
No, I can't think of one either.
I can easily think
Nick,
of
you
an
can
anime.
fact check me on this one. You can fact check the fact checker. Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I believe. Is that one? Or do they die just later in the game?
They do. The main
I think
character
we all should have Mass Effect.
dies, quotes in quotes,
Did you
at
have
the
Mass
end of the
Effect
game.
I
yes.
definitely have
Okay,
Mass
never
Effect 2.
mind.
They come back in the
It's my
later
favorite
games.
one.
Okay, so
I was
these
prepared to defend against them.
these are just
I know.
characters who main
These,
characters who die. Not
They
the main-
well, they die and
the
then
beginning.
he dies and then
That's
it's
the best
like,
in
oh
it.
hey,
Mass Effect 2. So
he
good.
Also, that's my
faked
favorite
his
character.
death.
Arya.
United.
Carrie Ann
Anyway.
Moss. That's so great.
Question number 4.
Oh God.
Best PS1 game. Best game for the PlayStation 1. And we're going to start back up at the top with Chris out!
Okay. I did not own a PS1. I only
Record the Brave Child.
secondhand owning, I guess. My
I'm
brother-
sorry for your loss.
No, it's fine.
You missed out.
But I'm gonna
On
say
a lot.
the best game I ever played on PS1 is Twisted Metal, and I think it's the best one. Let me just say, if you want a
The
mindless,
first one?
yeah, the first one.
I said this earlier. You lied to me.
You said it, but I didn't say anything. But if you just want a mindless shooting racing game that's over the top and you can go anywhere in the world, then Twisted Metal's your game. It's got everything you want: rockets, fireworks rockets, guns, miniguns, anything you want. And you can literally play as the most extreme character. Oh, you remember Axel? He's just a guy in the middle holding two giant wire wheels together. I mean,
With rocket launchers on his shoulders.
Where rocket launchers, and then you got the crazy deranged clown in an ice cream truck. That's literally the scariest thing I've ever seen.
George, you've played. Have you played Twisted Metal?
That was my shit back in the day.
Who's your favorite character? I just want to know.
My favorite was the dude in the RV with a giant nuclear missile on top.
What is it? War?
Fact check.
What's his name?
What
Fact
other-
check.
Fact check what?
There's a
It
dude.
was either him or Warthog.
What? How do you
The tank.
describe it? The character from Twisted Metal?
He was in
Twisted
a
Metal characters.
yeah, Twisted Metal
1.
characters, and it's an RV or a mobile home
Mhm.
with a nuclear missile on top.
I guess you'll just search for the characters and see which one matches that description.
But I think it was the best one because you can pick it up and let it down, and you don't have to put any much time into it. It has a story mode, but you can play it again and again with your friends and just trash the shit out of them.
All right.
And any best game is a game that
Sean
you
was
can play
actually
with your
really
friends.
good at that game.
That's Sean though.
His name is Cousin Eddie.
That's it. Ah,
Sounds familiar.
yeah, he was the best. Anyway, Nick.
All right, so I played PlayStation 1 with my brother here back in the day. PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64 were the first systems I ever really played. Now my memories from then are hazy because I'm only 16. But
He's a youngin.
He's the prodigy.
my favorite game I can remember like playing one level to this day is Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
This game is a platformer
Taking me back.
that was made by Naughty Dog, the maker of one of my favorite game series.
Fact checker. Do me a favor.
Hmm.
Who was the first boss in Crash Bandicoot? I can't remember his name.
Tiny.
No,
Tiny
that wasn't-
Tiger.
It's tiny.
Was it Tiny Tiger?
Yes,
Okay.
I remember that.
Fact check.
It was made in Naughty Dog's heyday when every game they ever made was great and popular. This game was so popular.
They're still heavily popular right now. Uncharted.
This game was so popular, it surpassed well into the next generations with a total of 18 games, spanning all the way to the 360. It wasn't just a platformer either. They made
How
racing
many games?
games. 18 total games.
Fact check that too.
I did.
Well,
They not only had...
you're not Mario, and Mario is our fact checker.
Okay. They not only had just the Crash Bandicoot
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot?
Wait, when did we start this session off? with?
Put buttholes!
I'm sorry.
Not only is Crash Bandicoot just a platformer, they also made plenty of racing games. Now, these racing games were always fun. It was basically a twist on Mario Kart. Great games. Now, the game was fun, funny, and just overall great all the way through. I remember I forget the guy's name, but the mask that floats around you with you. Forget his name. He was always funny. Every time he
I
talked.
just remember the noise he makes. It's
Hooligan.
like...
Yeah, that noise is like I'll recognize that anywhere.
John.
All right, well, you know what they've both mentioned? Racing games. The best PlayStation 1 game is Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 2.
Oh.
Gran Turismo 2 came out in December 1999, the new millennium. I don't think there's a person out there that can't say Gran Turismo didn't do something for the racing game franchises. Gran Turismo 2 had 650 different cars on 27 different tracks.
That's more than 360 combinations.
If we had gone higher, the next Gran Turismo has like 1,300 cars. They just keep they set up what Forza is today in 1992 or 99. Sorry, I'm just gonna say this: neither of those two games are mentioned in Eiffel 65's PlayStation song, and they name what most people consider the top 10 PlayStation games of all time.
Yeah, but people still play Twisted Metal, Gran Turismo,
Who's
and
Eiffel
Crash
65?
Bandicoot. How many people you know religiously listen to Eiffel 65?
Me, but that's irrelevant.
Okay.
Because people still play Gran Turismo. Exactly my point.
But how many of these games have a central villain and other mini bosses on the way to this central villain?
Twisted Metal
And I
actually
know
has
I
a story
actually know the song
mode
that John was
where
talking about.
Wait, would you guys want to know who the final boss was?
The first boss.
The
in Crash
first boss in
Bandicoot.
Crash
Oh, the
Bandicoot.
first boss.
Should be
Okay.
Tiny Tiger.
there actually is a villain in Twisted Metal.
While you're at it,
There
pull
is
up
a
that
villain
Eiffel
in Twisted
69
Metal,
song.
but that's irrelevant. You don't need a villain to have a great
the
game.
PlayStation one.
Part of what makes the game great is what it does for the generations coming after it, which Gran Turismo set up so much for every other car game.
For every other racing game, but Twisted Metal is a hybrid game, shooting and racing, and it's just
How well did these games sell? Crash Bandicoot sold enough to make 3 games alone on the PlayStation 1. It had 3 games on the PlayStation 1. It was a trilogy before the PlayStation 2 came out.
Okay, so you said 18 games for Crash Bandicoot.
18 games spanning all generations of consoles.
He's correct.
3 alone on PlayStation 1.
John, how many games did Gran Turismo come out with?
They have at least 6, and there's a 7th one planned for the PlayStation 4.
How many Twisted Metal games are there?
4.
That he knows.
That's a bold-faced lie. I don't actually know.
Yeah, can we get a fact check on that?
Yeah.
When did Twisted Metal come out?
I have a fact check for the first boss fight in Crash Bandicoot. It's Papu Papu.
Oh!
We were talking about the final.
No, we're talking about the first
So
one.
you said
okay.
first.
The finals,
I don't know who that is.
Neocortex.
It's Dr. Neo, yeah.
That was like a blue guy.
That's another thing. How many? I went back and played Spyro recently and realized there's no story to Spyro whatsoever, and that's why I didn't pick it.
What are you talking about? There's a definite story
Yeah,
in
there
Cyber.
really is.
You're
Barely any.
barely
In the
any.
first
You're
Spyro?
Elijah Wood. You're Elijah Wood saving dragons.
No,
I've played
no.
Lord of the
Spyro
Rings.
a
This
lot.
is all
Is it Lord of
irrelevant.
the Rings with
This
dragons?
is all irrelevant.
Look, there
In
is a
Crash
story in Spyro,
Bandicoot-
you gotta free all the dragons from being crystallized by the bag.
Boom.
In Crash Bandicoot, there's a story. Neocortex created Crash, a mutated Bandicoot, and he just wants to.
What is a bandicoot?
I think it's some kind of a fox.
No. That's for Nick
Okay.
Knoke.
What is a bandicoot?
Why are we going into
I
this
don't
story
know.
here? Talk about why this game is the best PlayStation.
Because
1
it
game.
has a story. It's a platformer with a story.
You
Those
don't
are so
need a
rare.
story to be the best game. How many times can you replay
I feel
Crash
like anyone can
Bandicoot
play
in a row?
Twisted Metal. Little
Anyone-
kids, adults.
I don't
they'll just have a
remember
blast.
being
Too many people talking!
I also have a fact check. There is 10 Twisted Metal games.
Holy shit!
I figured it was more.
But none of us knew they existed.
I'm calling for one more fact check, and what was it the Eiffel 65 song?
Yeah.
Pull up their lyrics. They said you said the
No,
top 10.
screw
PlayStation
that.
games
Pull
in
up
their
the song itself. Go
what
onto
most
YouTube
people
and find
consider.
that
It's
shit.
opinionated.
I want to hear it.
I know they named Metal
What is
Gear
like
Solid.
I just want to know what song. What
I believe
games
they
are in
named
the song.
Oddworld.
Oh,
A lot of people love
Sometimes
these
you just
If
want to
I
play
was
this
on the
game.
panel, I would have said Medieval.
games. Medieval's a great game.
It was fucking awesome.
It's a great game.
I say let's
couldn't
have
think of the
the
name of
judge
it.
make a decision.
I gotta go with Twisted Metal.
Woo! I'm on the board. I'm on the board. Ooh,
I only say that because I actually grew up with Twisted Metal, and it to this day I would actually like to start playing it again. I want to see an Xbox One version, but that's not gonna happen because it's PlayStation.
Did you guys say it was Eiffel 55?
Eiffel
Okay,
65.
yes, I was about to say.
I know
Pull
my
up
Eiffel
that song.
65.
Play that song.
Nobody else does.
There's people in France who still listen to them.
They actually produce a lot of music over there now. That's what they do.
I thought.
We can't-
I enjoy my Eiffel
We
65.
can't listen to it due to copyright.
Yes, copyright. They'll take it down immediately.
Yeah.
They'll, like, take
We'll listen to it later, guys.
Video.
We'll listen to it later.
we can listen to it after the after the
I'm just. I mean,
broadcast. All right, moving
what's-
right along.
So what's the score so far?
Score recap so far. We got Chris Hawk on the board finally with 1 point. We got Nick Knoke, 1 point. John Knoke with 2.
Anyone's game.
And then I give myself 1 because I don't like Mass Effect.
That's fine.
I really hope the judge ends up winning this.
It's possible.
George writing down
Anything's
notes about
possible.
games
He's the
Possible.
wild card.
George is the wild card.
George BeerMoney, the wild card.
Okay.
Okay, but moving right along. Question number 5: best video game villain. We're gonna start it off with John.
I didn't want to go first. My villain.
Too bad.
My villain is the portal villain GLaDOS. All right,
Wait,
GLaDOS. GLaDOS, but some of those are
Okay,
capitalized. I couldn't tell you which ones.
GLD.
GLaDOS is one of the most iconic villains of today's generation. People who have played Portal, they know her voice. Have you seen Pacific Rim? The voice that turns on when the robots turn on? That's GLaDOS' voice. She had such an iconic voice that Guillermo del Toro specifically picked her because he wants to make a movie out of that game alone.
Because the cake is a lie.
Exactly. How many people don't know that the cake is a lie? How often did she mention that in the first game? All right. But what really sold me on GLaDOS has nothing to do with the first game. It has to do with the second game. At the end of the first game, you think she's gone. You think you've escaped. The second game you're in there, you don't know how. They explain that later. You go in there, you have to turn the power on to get through something. You turn the power on, she comes back to life. Her first words, "Oh, it's you." And that voice, like that is my favorite scene from the game because she's just so sarcastic. She just wants to kill you, but she doesn't because she's going to test you. That's what she does. She's an AI who tests you.
Really want to know if there was an actual way to get to the cake.
There is.
Yes,
There
there is actually.
There is.
There's
Can
YouTube
you fact
videos.
check that?
There's a bunch of videos
I've
on
never done it.
It's
I've
extremely
heard of people doing
difficult.
Oh yeah.
I think part of what makes her good too is she is an AI. You know, is a machine. She doesn't feel. In the second game, they make her feel. The main boss of the second game is Wheatley, who takes over, takes her position. She's put into a potato. You get to see her. You get to see her scared, but she can't let you know that. But she needs you. She has to depend on you in that time. It's ridiculous.
All right. Chris, oh.
Oh, I get to go ahead and Nick Knoke.
Joey, you
All
can
right.
get the cake.
You can?
All right. I just want to say the best villain of all time in any video game. This is the easiest. Don't look at my hands.
He says every question is easy.
This is the Mushroom Kingdom gangsta Bowser. Bowser is the best villain of all time. Let me just say,
Why
this
pick
man
yours?
goes back. He goes back.
Oh no, he did.
He goes back, all right?
Oh, no,
He is one of the oldest villains of all time.
Oh.
All right,
Why?
let me just
Because
say,
he roars?
this guy is so tenacious. He is in nearly every single Super Mario video game. Why? Because he's that damn awesome, and they still haven't found a villain to replace him. He is that damn awesome. All
Your
right.
head motions are making me dizzy, and I love
And you know what this guy wants? He's horny. He just wants some butt. All right? He just wants some ass. So he's kidnapping that princess all the time. He wants to make some little cool
want that
babies.
what?
All right.
Hold up. You said there's no game without him as the villain?
No, I said he is in nearly every single Super Mario Brothers video game. Get my,
All right.
pay attention to what I'm
just
saying.
checking.
Get on his level.
But how often is he the villain?
nearly every single game.
That's not true.
That is true.
That is not true.
Back
He's not
to that
always
place.
the villain.
He's
Sometimes it's
Bowser.
his kids.
But sometimes he's still
He's
pulling the
villain.
strings.
It's
though.
his
Every
kids.
game
But
that he
without
appears in.
Bowser, there wouldn't be kids.
And his motivation is he's horny.
Horny. He's horny. Have you
Look,
seen the
I
back
don't-
of his
I don't-
shell?
I
He's
don't-
horny.
I don't condone rape, but he could have done her at any time.
He did. That's how the Bowser Juniors came about.
Is that confirmed?
That's confirmed.
Is that confirmed?
That's confirmed.
Is that confirmed?
Actually, I'm pretty
Fact check.
sure in Super Mario Sunshine, it was confirmed that Peach was Bowser's child's mom.
He's part dinosaur, part turtle, and breathes fire. Nothing cooler than that.
I think there's a lot of things cooler than that.
There's nothing.
And one of them is a cold calculating AI. But I'll let Nick and Nookie answer.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, please.
All right, so mine. For
Actually,
all
that's
you,
just a theory. Peach is not
Canon.
Exactly.
It's a canon
It is
theory.
not canon.
Not
In my heart, I know
Nintendo
that.
would never
And-
do that.
You know why? Because they're not that dark. But if they had some cold calculating son of a bitch,
I believe
they
it's
can.
my turn.
and those headquarters, it doesn't matter what you think. All right.
Yes, it does, because he does still need
All right,
points.
so for all you Borderlands fans out there,
Oh.
Handsome Jack. Here's a man who has a vision for a planet. He just wants to make this outlawed planet, lawless planet. He just wants to make it civilized. He wants to put civilization on this planet where there's nothing but chaos. And he goes and he's trying to build the civilization, and you know, he's got to kill some people because they're going to kill him first, if not. And you end up taking everything away from him. You kill his girlfriend, you kill his daughter, you destroy his company.
Doesn't that make you the villain?
I was actually just thinking the same
Also,
thing.
he dies in the end, so what a great villain. Woo.
It's not about dying in the end.
Oh, it's not
No,
dying?
it's really not.
No. It's about what it makes you feel. The entire time I'm sitting here playing this game, I'm like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna kill him. And then I get to it, and I'm like, man, I've totally destroyed this guy's life. I still won't kill him, but I've destroyed
Okay.
his life. At the end of the game, when he's defeated, he just wants. He's like, yeah, I screwed up. Kill me. He just wants to die.
Well, give me a second. Let me ask you this here.
A real villain
on.
would escape and plot again in another
You are
video game.
disqualified because you interrupted me.
I just want to let everybody know, the people listening cannot see this, but this is what real life King Koopa looked like.
That's not what we
He looks.
I think that disallows Chris Hawk's
No,
entire
no.
argument.
He's pretty much in every Super Mario game as I can.
But anyway, Nick, why do I
I
hate
said
this
as
guy?
the villain.
Why do you hate this guy? Because he's taking everything from you. He destroys your home. He destroys your friends, and he kills your friends. He kills your mentors. He tricks you. He's like, hey, guys, I need you guys to come help me find this vault. And then he gets you on a train on your way to the vault, or on your way to him, and he blows you up. He tries to kill you. So you're like, I'm going to kill this guy. He's trying to kill me.
But how many people
Okay.
already knew he was the villain? Like, he doesn't really trick you. He tricks your character. He doesn't trick you as the player, and that's what makes a good villain. Is the player, how the player interacts with the villain. And the
He's
sec-
also
No,
hilarious.
there's another thing, because when you were first pitching this to me, you were saying you're basically making me feel like I would be a jackass if I shot this guy.
Here, let me give you a reason why you wouldn't feel that way. One of your best friend's pet dies.
Sounds like a country song.
His bird that he has loved for half of his
dog, I'm gonna kill you.
his bird that he has loved for half his life gets tortured and experimented on and then killed because Handsome Jack commands it. And then after you fight this bird to put it out of its misery, and you're about to rescue the bird with an antidote, he blows up the bird right in front of your eyes, right in front of your friend's eyes, and it's just heartbreaking. And then afterwards, you're walking back from the mission, he comes on intercom and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, let me play a tiny violin for you. And he's like, crap, I can't find it. He's hilarious too. He goes,
I actually kind of like this
That's
guy.
not funny.
oh, let me find this tiny violin. He cuts off.
Okay, I'm gonna cut you off because we got a schedule to keep.
Okay.
I have more. If you,
Why do I hate this person? This AI.
Why do you? Okay,
Why do I hate her?
a villain is not about hating. You don't have to hate a villain. That's not what it's about.
You have to love to hate them.
You don't even have to love to hate them. You just have to
That's what makes the best
love
villain.
them as a villain. Part of what makes GLaDOS great is her machine sarcasm. All right, in the second game, you discover that she was actually a human turned into an AI later. Her name was Caroline. Okay, so at the end of the game, she says, "Oh, you made me." Once she's gotten her power back, she's like, "Okay, you made me realize my human self." An automated voice comes on. Caroline deleted. She just deleted her human self because she hates you. She kicks you out. She never wants to see you again. Will she? Valve doesn't make threes, so who knows?
Can't count to 3.
Chris Hawk, why do I hate Bowser?
You don't hate Bowser. You love Bowser. He is the best bad guy ever. You can't hate a
hate
guy that's so lovable.
Bowser
I mean,
has no depth.
Are you
There's
kidding me?
no
He's
depth.
just
to
a
Bowser.
dude
Let me
that
just tell
kidnapped my character's
Kidnap-
girlfriend.
kidnap- okay,
What's
let me
his
just
motivation?
Let me just tell you.
His
We already
motive-
said that. He's
Bowser
smart.
is one of the
Oh, I was on
smartest.
the toilet.
Bowser is one of the smartest villains of all time. He makes these levels for Mario to go on.
Does he make
makes-
these levels?
he makes
I don't
these
think he
obstacles.
does.
I
I think they're part of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I think they're just the world's terrain. And besides, why? Who cares? Like, if Peach is getting kidnapped this many times by him, at this point, Mario needs to just give up on Peach as a girlfriend in general.
The same could be said about
just say-
Link and Zelda.
Let me just say, those two both have an ending. Bowser never gets caught. He may seem
know
to
what
get
else
caught.
Bowser
He may
does?
seem to get caught by Mario, but in the end, he always gets away.
Do you know what else Bowser does? Okay, Mario Party. Bowser lets them play a game.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
sometime-
gonna beat you with a game. Why don't you just kill him? He could just kill him
'Cause he likes
He
to
never
be-
does.
he's
He
theatrical.
falls in lava. How does he come back to life?
It doesn't matter.
How does he? Is
All
there
right.
multiple Bowsers?
Is
I don't
Gladys
know.
in a potato though.
Not anymore.
I don't know. It's just
Of all the
She
random
gets taken
vegetables, it
out.
had to be a
It
potato.
was a potato. Potato batter. It was
All
a
right.
science fair project.
We got to move right along.
I have some fact checks.
Okay.
Who'd you give the point to?
I haven't given it to anybody
He
yet.
hasn't awarded
Okay,
it.
I'll wait until after.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm
Okay.
giving it to John.
Alright, here's the fact
Thank
check
you.
for, about Bowser. I can't find anything about him making the levels, but he wants to take over the Mushroom Kingdom. That is his actual goal. And on IGN, the greatest video game villains, top 10 bosses of all time, apparently. Number 10 is Master Hand. Number 9 is Nemesis. Number 8 is Sephiroth. How do you pronounce it?
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
7 is Dark Link. 6 is Big Daddy from BioShack.
Handshake.
5 is what's her name?
GLaDOS.
GLaDOS. 4 is
Hell yeah.
Darth Vader from any Star Wars game, which is kind of silly if you ask me.
Doesn't count.
Bowser's number 3, and they count the Joker from the Batman series, but I also
Doesn't
do
count.
Not, yeah,
Doesn't
I
count.
also do not think that counts. And number 1 is Ganondorf.
That was the cop out answer. That's why I didn't pick it.
But you know
I'd
this.
pick
I think
Every
this,
place
this
I
list,
look, GLaDOS
This
is
list
number
definitely
1.
needs to be edited, and I'm calling you out, IGN. I'm calling you out.
I just don't.
You hear that?
How the hell?
calling you
Joker
out.
number 2.
Alrighty, so
Onward to victory.
Jesus.
I got this.
you might actually.
What's the score right now?
It's John 3, Nick and Hawk 2, or 1 each, and then I got a point.
Joey, who do you think is the best boss out of the 3 they named?
Out of 3 they named, it was really hard. Not gonna pick Bowser. It was a tough choice. I think I'd go with Gladys, but
Diamond Pony. Diamond Pony.
It's GLaDOS. GLaDOS.
Gangsta.
Handsome Jack
Gangsta!
was a really.
They even made
Really,
a,
I'm
they
come
even
back-
made a
What are you
sequel.
talking about,
They even made a
boys?
People loved him so much they even made a sequel or prequel for just for his backstory.
I think Bowser.
I think you
Bowser
should have
was
mentioned that in the argument.
You know,
Let's
you know.
move on.
Who's the
Yeah.
villain from the
All
Lost
right,
Show?
question number 6.
Who watched Slow
Question number 6, best fighting game roster. We're gonna get the ball rolling with Nick Knoke.
All right. So, how many of you guys have played a Dragon Ball Z game?
Ooh.
Show of hands.
I have.
Let's not
Sadly.
show hands because the audience can't see that. But how many of you guys have played Tenkaichi 3, the greatest Dragon Ball Z game ever to
Okay.
exist?
I have played.
I
it.
cannot spell that to save my life.
Tenkaichi 3, you mean? Budokai 2, Tenkaichi 3?
No, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Okay, there you go.
That's the full title. This game has over 150 characters. You can fact check that if you want, sir.
What?
150 characters.
Over 150 characters.
Numbers are too much for me, man.
That's including
I
transformations.
still know 360.
That's including transformations, but without transformations, there's still a lot. Now, the variety of characters is basically anyone who has ever fought in the Dragon Ball Z series, even including GT. This goes from Dragon Ball
GT's not canon.
to GT. So,
GG's not.
if you could name a single Dragon Ball Z character that fought in a battle, even Kid Chi-Chi is in this game. You can play as Kid Chi-Chi.
I don't want to play as Kid.
Who
Chi-Chi.
wants
I
to,
don't
but you've got the option.
Can you play as her father?
Can I play?
It's not about
wait,
who. It's
Can
not,
I play as her father?
The
Can I
Ox
play
King.
as-
Can I play as her
Biscuit?
father?
No, you cannot.
Oh, why not? Best
Who's their
character.
battle?
Has he fought?
Yeah.
Can I play
maybe-
as Limp
maybe.
I believe he fights one time in Dragon Ball. I'm not positive.
Can I play as Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit? No, you cannot. I'm sorry.
Oh,
This is
man. It's
Best
there's
fighting game
it's so
roster is
great.
Funko.
There's the movie of Dragon Ball Z where Trunks gets his sword. The two characters the character that gives Trunks his sword and the main villain of that movie, Hirudegarn, are both in this game. Hirudegarn's a giant bug monster. Every movie villain's in this game. There's great apes. You can play as great apes and have great ape battles, just punching people as
Does
apes.
anyone remember who Yakon is?
Yes.
Is he in that? He's like that bug thing they fight before they meet Majin Buu, I think.
I don't believe he is now.
Fact check. You want me to fact check it?
Fact check
Yeah,
it.
fact check
Sure,
that.
find out who that.
Pycon is.
Pycon. Okay.
Pycon.
Pycon.
The green guy?
Pycon. Yeah.
That's
Are you talking about
Pycon.
the pink guy or the
Yeah,
green
okay.
guy?
The green guy's name is Pycon.
Well-
You can play as him.
You can play as Pycon.
What?
Yes.
That's
and
pretty amazing.
there are about 161 characters.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I said over 150.
So technically, he was kind of right.
I was right. That statement is true.
Who was that
Alright.
from then?
All right. John, what is your answer?
Well, I was going to pick Mugen, or Mugen, however you want to pronounce it.
It's kind of a.
But it's a cop-out. It's a Dr. Manhattan of fighting game roster, so I didn't pick it, because you can literally add anybody to it. I actually picked Mortal Kombat Armageddon for the PS2. I don't think it's really about the number of fighters, because it's about their fighting styles. A lot of Dragon Ball Z characters fight the same exact way. They have the same... Like, how many people have Kamehameha? How many people have a Kamehameha?
A bunch.
A lot. Mortal Kombat, there's 62 different characters. 62 characters. That may or may not include the 2 created characters. You can make 2 created characters. I don't know if that's one of the first games you can do it, but you can create your own character. But there's 62 characters, and I would say 90% of them have their unique fighting styles, except for, the ninjas, like Smoke, Noob. You could argue they have the same fighting style, but I still think they're enough different.
I've seen a friend of mine play, and they actually, from what I saw of the ninjas, they played very differently.
I mean, the last boss of the game, I believe his name was Blaze or something. He was a giant magma guy, but they even had the smaller version of him, and they were completely different characters. The one giant magma guy just roll over you. The little guy would actually fight you. That's my choice.
All right, Chris Alt.
All right. The best fighting game roster is the Smash games.
Tell us why.
And I'll tell you
one?
why.
Which Smash?
Yeah.
Because it's not about
Which one?
all of them.
Which one does matter?
Yeah.
Okay,
go with
I'll
one.
talk about the Wii U one. How about that? It doesn't have 161 fighters. It doesn't have the goriness of the
How
Mortal
many
Kombat
fighters does it
Armageddon.
have?
How many fighters does it have, Mario?
I'll fact check it to continue.
It doesn't matter how many fighters it has, because it has fighters people love. Nintendo characters.
Is
I
that
mean-
your whole argument?
Is that what you have?
No.
Are you dropping the mic?
Because not everybody
done?
loves Nintendo characters.
That doesn't seem like much of an argument to me.
Not
I mean,
really.
a lot of people don't own Wii U's, so how are they going to play this game? Almost everybody I know owned a PS2. Everybody loves Mortal Kombat.
Everybody
have
loves
one in the
Tenkaichi
garage
3
somewhere.
because it was on PS2, original Xbox, and the Wii.
But if anyone can get this game because it's not rated M and it's not rated teen, anyone can play Smash.
Anyone 10 and up.
Anybody can buy a rated M game nowadays, let's just be honest.
Okay,
and a lot of kids do.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think that's relevant to the argument.
No, not nowadays.
In Tenkaichi 3, yes, a lot of the characters
You have 12
this-
characters that can do the same thing. No one cares about your Dragon Ball
Yes,
Z game.
but there's
okay?
160 of
That's
them.
they all do the same damn thing though.
No, they don't. There's great apes
they
that
all
each
do.
have their individual own superpower.
Okay.
There's Hirudegarn, who does completely different things for
Our
the
fact
great
checker is
apes.
spazzing out, so let's see what he's got to say.
Oh no, I was just spazzing.
To
Okay.
Nick and Noki's defense, I will say that Tenkaichi 3 is what people consider the last good Dragon Ball Z game. They've been trying to recreate it over and over again, and they can't. Whereas Smash just keeps making great games.
Yeah.
I don't see how...
You know why they make good games? Because the characters are so memorable. You
I don't
want
see
to
how
play
you
as these
can narrow it
characters.
down to one roster when they keep giving you newer rosters with better characters. There's still characters people want in Smash that they didn't get. Last week's argument, the Pokemon. I mean,
Those Pokemon.
everybody
No
wants
one, no one
more
cares
Pokemon.
about Ivysaur and
Mega
Squirtle.
Man should have been. Was
Tenkaichi
it
3
Brawl?
has
Brawl,
enough
yeah.
characters that, of course, they're gonna. Some of them have to have the same fighting styles. Otherwise, it's on the PlayStation 2, Wii, and original Xbox. They don't have enough computing power to hold that many different fighting styles.
I feel like
so.
the
Of
Wii
course,
U-
you're gonna have your similarities,
Okay.
but
I feel like
Mortal Kombat Armageddon was on the PS2, and they had a bunch of fighting styles.
I feel like the reason why the Smash game is the best game is you get to pick your favorite old school Nintendo and other old characters against each other, and you can see who's the best, and that's the greatest
Okay. Hold on, I got a couple questions for y'all.
thing. Mario versus Sonic, amazing.
I
Olympic
got a couple
Games?
questions for y'all here.
Okay.
How has the from game to game, because all of these are obviously a series. Everybody knows that. From game to game, how has the roster improved? How has it changed?
Well, it's
From the
gotten
first one to the Wii U.
it's gotten more characters outside of the Nintendo universe. It's
Okay.
included more.
John, same question.
All right, like I said before, I don't know if this was the first game where you could create a character on Mortal Kombat, but I mean, that's what I remember it being. But Mortal Kombat traditionally only has maybe 20 characters at max. I think Deception before had a good amount of characters. I think Armageddon had the most in a Mortal Kombat game. I'm not going to say that's fact. I know they had like 62. But the uniqueness of all the fighting styles, there's just so many. You could play as a drunken fighter, a drunken monkey style, Crane style, an old man. All the ninjas, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Noob, Smoke, Reptile, I believe, yeah.
I think everybody knows what game I would fight for. Virtual
So
Fighter.
I assume you're asking me the same question.
Yes.
The series built up to Tenkaichi 3. Each time they went through more of the story, added more of the characters, Tenkaichi 3 culminated into almost every character in the Dragon Ball Z universe. And then from there, they just tried to recreate it on the newer consoles, like he said, and they haven't been able to do it yet. Everybody agrees Tenkaichi 3 was the last great Dragon Ball Z game. They've come close, but they have never matched it.
Fact check that. Is that true?
That is the greatest.
It's opinion based. You can't fact check an opinion.
Best rated. We can go best rated.
You could go best rated, I suppose.
Well,
We can look at
let's
other
best
people's
rated.
opinions.
But I believe I have come to a decision.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give it to Chris Hawk. Everybody loves Smash. Or everybody I know who's played it.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon is the
It's
first
got a good roster.
Mortal Kombat game where you can create
Smash.
a fighter.
It really does.
I
I think the other two games have fantastic rosters as well, though.
All right, fact
has,
checker.
Smash has 49 playable fighters.
I
That's a lot.
think Smash's problem is people don't know who people are. Nobody knew who Shulk was.
That's just from the
No,
Nintendo's.
I don't even know. I still don't know who it is.
Well,
I didn't get a chance to say that.
But would you know every single character in the Mortal Kombat universe, though?
You don't need to
Why not?
because they're all amazing.
They
Okay,
explain
so
it
why
in
is it
the- they
Shulk's
explain it in
amazing?
the
Nick
game.
use it.
I think the hardcore Mortal Kombat fans are gonna know.
Okay, and
But I think if I picked up a Mortal Kombat game right now, I don't really play Mortal Kombat that much. I would know the big
You don't
names.
need to know who they are.
I would know the big
But
names,
you
but
can
that's it.
argue-
About the only characters I
What is
know
it?
is like
You
I
can
have
argue
to
that
ask
the Mortal
Sonya's
Kombat game is the same.
Noob.
But you can say that about all these
Reptile.
games.
It's true.
It's not about the game. It's about the roster.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. I have to ask this: is it about the game or about the roster? Everybody loves Smash, but how is the roster
know.
different?
The roster's
Because every character, almost every character is different. In Dragon Ball, they all do energy attacks and they all do melee. And they all can fly. That's kind of it.
They can't all fly. Master Roshi can't fly.
Okay.
He starts
You can play
floating
as
down.
Master Roshi, can't you?
Yeah, you can play as you can play as Master
That's
Roshi or
pretty awesome.
buff
You
Master
should've said
Roshi.
that.
That's a
You
tough
should have
decision.
said
Can you
that.
give me a chance?
Can you play as Bulma?
It's so good.
Bulma?
No.
Why not?
Because Bulma doesn't fight.
Bulma runs away.
All right, this one is probably going to be my favorite question.
I'm waiting for John.
Is this the last question?
Yes, this is question number 7.
Wow.
And y'all are really going to have to pitch these to me. You got to sell it.
So glad I'm last.
I want to see.
What game
Was rough.
would make the best movie? It starts with Chris Hall.
All right, this is gonna be great. All right, just gonna say this is one of my favorite types of films, and I'm gonna have to pick Red Dead Redemption, and it's gonna be, and I'm gonna tell you everyone and who's it gonna be and stuff. Directed by Clint Eastwood. Carl Urban is gonna be John Marston. Margaret Robbie is gonna be Barney McFarlane. Sam Elliott or Tom Selleck as the legendary cowboy Landon Ricketts, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Bill Williamson. All right, here's the going. The whole story of the movie is that you are a legendary outlaw forced by the government to take out your old outlaw gang, and while at the time you're doing it,
Isn't there a Western movie like that?
no, there's not.
There's a lot of Western movies like that.
No,
Go ahead.
there's not. No, there's
There
not.
kind of is.
I
Jonathan.
would watch the crap out of this movie though.
And during the whole time, you're going through ups and downs, through surprises and stuff. Bill Williamson catch you off guard and stuff. But in the end, the government gets its due. And what's going to happen near the end? What is it?
Don't spoil the movie. Ain't nobody seen it yet.
Spoiler alert. John Marston gets killed by the government in the end after he takes down his own
Saw it
gang.
coming.
And then his son, which he wanted not throughout the entire game to have a peaceful, lawful life, becomes an outlaw. Just like his dad.
Probably milk 2 movies out of that.
And it's a tragedy, and people love tragedies.
Well, isn't that the second game in the series?
There's no Red Dead Redemption 2.
There needs
Red
to be,
Dead
though.
Revolver.
Red Dead
Red Dead
Revolver.
Redemption.
You have the backstab,
People
you have
think-
the
Sequential.
beautiful females, and then you have the shootouts. You just can't beat that. Westerns always win.
So typical Western. Nick, what is your answer?
All right, so my
Trevor.
answer is Dead Rising 2. And Dead Rising's already getting a movie, but it's of the third one. And the third one I don't think would make a great movie. Dead Rising 2, yes, it's another zombie movie, but it's also a story about people.
It's another zombie movie in a mall.
Oh
Yes.
man! Wait, is that Dawn of the Dead? Dawn of the Dead?
Ha!
Dawn of the Dead? Is it going to be a black character? Black main character?
Ha!
Is it going to be a zombie
That's my
baby?
Facebook picture, by the way.
Zombie
Let
baby?
me talk. I gave you your time.
C
Okay.
Nation?
It's about Chuck Green trying to survive and keeping his daughter safe. He's trying to provide for her. Her mother died in an outbreak. She got bit. He's trying to save her. He's trying to save her, keep her alive with Zombrex. And to do that, Zombrex are expensive, so he has to compete. He has to compete in a game show to get money. Now,
let me ask you something, though. Are we going to have a timestamp? Are we going to see him go get the Zombrex? Because in the game, you got to go get the damn Zombrex or you're screwed.
yeah, you'd see him get the Zombrex and manage to
Timestamp on the corner of the movie?
plot.
Are we watching it?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I think a time limit could add like intensity to the film.
There's always a time limit in a zombie movie, though.
I don't see that.
But it's Hollywood.
No.
That time is unlimited.
Yeah.
Would you say it would make a better TV
5 minutes
show?
Would you
takes an
guys
hour
let me
in a
finish?
movie.
All right. So, the movie would follow Chuck as he would start out with him going through his daily routine, giving his daughter Zombrex, going to make money at the game show, and then an outbreak happens in the town he's in, out of nowhere. The next thing he knows, he's in a safe house with his daughter, keeping her safe. The next thing he sees on the news is that he's being blamed for that outbreak because of the surveillance video. He never did it. Now, you've got to follow Chuck in this movie as he goes through fighting zombies, figuring out who framed him and why, and getting his revenge and clearing his name.
All right, John Knoke.
All right. Well, first I want to say something about both of those. Is they're not redefining a genre. They're not making video game movies. They're just a video game movie. They're not going to make a movie. You know what happens in both of them. Let me read you my
Not
pitch.
if you haven't played the video game.
Let's hear it.
Let me read you my pitch. You're browsing the internet. You check Facebook. Scroll through your newsfeed. You see someone posted a movie trailer. The only thing they say is, "No way." This is James Butler. We'll use James Butler as an example here. You play the video. It opens. Dark. No logos. Hear a car sound. You know the generic. Okay. Camera pans on a racing stadium. You see some Formula 1 cars going around the track. Formula 1. Okay. You see some clouds in the distance. All of a sudden, they're right there. A lightning bolt strikes a car. Okay. Strikes a car. You go down. Who's that in the car? Super Mario. All right. Super Mario in the car. All right. Super Mario drives right past Luigi. His car is burnt. He's pushing it. He's pushing it. This is Mario Kart, okay? He ain't gonna respawn. He ain't gonna respawn. There ain't no respawn here. Mario passes the finish line. Lakitu, the floating cloud guy, waves the flag. He won. All right, I'm not done.
I think you are done.
I am not actually done. I am not actually done.
This is taking me to that back.
I am not actually done.
We got this.
Hey guys,
All right.
I am literally not
You
done.
just
I need to
described
hear
the
the
Mario
end of
Kart movie. That's all.
It's not Mario Kart. That's not my movie.
Okay, go on.
My movie is not Mario Kart. Because Luigi pushes his cart up, there's a shadow coming down. There's a shadow coming down. It's a fucking spaceship, alright? This is a fucking spaceship. Ramp comes down, all you hear is, "Come out!" It's fucking Star Fox. It's Star... My game, my movie game is Super Smash Brothers. The movie. Super Smash Brothers.
It's just been
The movie, okay? Next, it's gonna pan through scenes of other characters. It's not gonna show you everybody. That's part of the wonder. Who's in this game? They're gonna show you Captain Falcon Racing. He's in the damn game. They're gonna show you Donkey Kong in the jungle. He's in the damn movie. They're gonna show you Link riding a horse on some field. He's in the movie.
Netflix show.
From his Netflix show, sure. I don't even care. They're gonna pan through a couple more. Zero Suit Samus suiting up because you can't have two Samus. That doesn't make any sense. You know what it's gonna do? It's gonna flash the logo. It's gonna fade to black.
Is that all you got?
Yep.
What's the plot of your movie?
Mario and Luigi
Yeah.
teaming up with the other iconic characters, Samus and we'll say Donkey Kong. You know, Donkey Kong's iconic.
Okay.
Fighting an unknown villain. You can't be revealed in the trailer. I can't give away the villain in the
Who's
trailer.
the villain in the trailer?
It's not Bowser. I can tell you that
Why not? He's the best villain of all time.
because he's not. He's not
Is
the
it
best villain.
GLaDOS?
And he's
Is
actually
it
a
GLaDOS?
fighter.
I just-
Everybody knows the
Is it-
plot to
yeah,
your
so
movie.
we
Okay, hold on. Is this game? Who's gonna voice your characters?
I don't care. It's not my job.
So
That's
is there
not
gonna be
really a question.
It is Because if you're gonna make a movie, who's gonna be talking? Mario really doesn't have any talking parts in any Mario games. Fox says a couple lines to those pilots. Luigi doesn't say anything either.
I think
what's gonna be the dialogue in your movie?
That's all.
Just them saying their names? Is that what's all it's gonna be?
It's actually irrelevant.
Are they gonna fight the entire
what
time?
they say in
You got a lot of
in
material
the
coming
games.
from the Super Smash Bros. Brawl game.
It's
that,
actually-
Really?
Space
Really? Because I don't think you
'Cause
can
they
make a
have a
movie
lot
out of
of
this with just
iconic
fighting.
lines.
What else are they doing? Are they going to be walking and stuff? The game's about
Yeah,
fighting.
they have to travel all their universes. Okay, this is the Nintendo universe. All right, that's what it's about. The universe. This game is going to create other. This game movie is going to create other movies.
Is it going to be
for spin-offs.
computer animated?
All
They
right,
can do whatever they want. They can CGI it and go real life. They can avatar it. You can do a lot with CGI nowadays if you have 10,000 computers in one room.
Hold on, Joey. I'm gonna do something that I think is a first for HighScore ThrowDown. I'm throwing out my answer because I know it. My heart's
Overall, you're not doing that.
my heart's not in the answer. I'm supporting John Kanoki's here.
That's fine.
It doesn't matter.
I'll take both you on. Let's go.
All right.
You already threw your answer.
I just
out
feel
there.
like a classic Western movie is
I'm
way
not
better
gonna
than
defend
something
that
that's new and it's
anymore, and that's
undecided.
allowed.
And studios will
It's
not take
allowed.
this. They will take a Western game
Now-
that's based off a critically acclaimed movie. They will not take one that's off a fighting game after what they saw
How
from
many
Mortal
Westerns-
Kombat.
Hold on.
How many
Because they've already
Westerns
seen
are
it.
of that?
They've already seen it.
I've already seen
It
your
doesn't-
movie.
Oh, have you played the game?
Yes,
I've played
Okay,
the game.
then you know how good it is.
I know how it ends.
It doesn't
I know
matter.
how it ends.
Not a
That
lot
I
of
don't
people
want to
do.
go see the movie.
Okay, what? It's a Western game.
What? Let me ask you this.
It's a Western movie,
Let me
and
ask you this.
Westerns
What
are
audience?
classic.
What audience wants to see westerns?
Nobody.
Everyone.
I want to see
It's all about
Westerns.
space now.
Old people and people that have played the game.
That's not true.
I
That
want to
is
see
very
Westerns.
true.
That's not true. Okay, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna see your video game movie. Teenagers, and that's about it.
That's not
Have you ever
true.
heard of
We're not
silent
teenagers,
movies?
and we grew up with Smash. We'll go see the
Teenagers,
movie.
mid-20s.
My dad would go see the movie. He grew
Your
up
dad
with Mario
would not
Brothers.
go see this
He
movie.
actually would.
No, he would not.
People who grew up with these characters are going to go see these movies, and they're going to see the movies it spawns.
Okay,
Would you need to
We
speed
we
it
got a
up?
lot of time
Speed it
on
up.
this. You have 60 seconds. Trailer, go.
Explosions, zombies, and yeah, that's it. Because I give up on my answer.
already
my
gave me
heart's
one.
my heart's not in it.
John, you already gave me one.
All right,
Trailer.
Starts off with the sunrise. You know, you have John Marston on a horse, and he's exactly. You have him riding through Mexico on one of the best.
You mean John Wayne?
John Wayne. No, one of the best dramatic parts of the game. You have him flashback, some with his kid that looks kind of like him, and then you have the gunfights. You know, the dramatic gunfights. You know, it's stunning. Gives you a heart attack. Oh my God, this is crazy. And then him, his son, riding off into the sunset. That's the end of the
So you're starting the trailer off with something that happens midway through the game.
Who are you gonna give it to?
Wow. I'm gonna give it to John
It's that lightning bolt, man. Nobody saw it.
because he opened with the trailer as his answer. I thought it was Mario Kart. I didn't know what was going on.
If you hadn't let me finish, I was going to be really angry. I'm not going to lie.
I'm not gonna lie, like when he was doing the trailer and when he revealed the whole, like just as he revealed it, there were just more tinkle sprinkles coming out of my arena there. To my
You
People
guys
may
seriously
be-
threw down there.
Where are we at on the score?
It's 1-2-4.
Well, we got John with 4, Chris Hawk with 2,
And
Nick with
I'm
1.
done pretty much.
Yes, the speed round. Nick Noki's out, so therefore
I think
the
this
speed round.
truly should be a speed round.
The speed round is between John. And
I think we
Chris
should
Hawk.
have a speed round just to see if Chris Hawk can bring him back.
All right. I'm gonna read these speed round questions. The answers are George's answers, and he's gonna reveal the answers. But I'm just gonna read them to you, okay?
All right, what is it?
All right. Ready? Better Ending, Oblivion, or Mass Effect 3? Go.
Mass Effect 3.
Oblivion.
That's gonna be Oblivion.
All right.
Fight
Golden
the
Sun or
giant
Fire
guy
Emblem?
who
Go.
came
Fire
Emblem.
Emblem. I said Fire Emblem.
They
We
both
both
said
said,
Fire
the same thing.
I heard it at the same time. There was like,
You know what? I'm
I'd
gonna
give
give
no
him one of my
points.
backup questions. Halo Assault Rifle or Lancer?
Assault rifle.
What was the second choice?
Lancer's
Lancer.
the Gears of War.
Give it to Chris Hawk.
I would have picked that Lancer. That would have won.
I don't
Chainsaw on it.
I don't remember that.
This is George Gleich we're talking about.
I
There's
didn't
a
remember that
Beer
game.
Money.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
All right.
I'm playing towards
I didn't know
Final
what it was
Fantasy 12 or 13? Go.
12.
13.
Yeah, defend.
12 is the one where they broke away from the turn-based system and they let you roam around and actually fight things.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah. 12 has one of the greatest, it's one of the most underrated Final Fantasy games. There's actually a series of 7 judges that you actually fight. It's ridiculous. The game is great.
Better characters, better villain, and it's an MMO.
Name a character in Final Fantasy 13.
I've never played it.
All right. Let's go.
I'm gonna
Fran,
give Chris
Balthier,
Hawk that one
Fan.
because that was bold. That was a bold answer.
All right.
Okay.
Better original Xbox game: Psychonauts or Fable? Go.
Psychonauts.
Fable.
George, you like
Find
Psychonauts
out.
better?
Yeah. I did not like Fable at all.
Who's better, Samus suit, or who's hotter? I mean, Samus, Zero Suit Samus, or Bayonetta? Go.
Zero
Zero
Suit
Suit
Samus.
Samus.
John got
I
that.
think Knoke successfully completed that because I stumbled over it too.
Is it what is it?
All right.
65?
Yep. Last question. Are you ready?
Yep.
Beer or money?
Money,
Why?
because you can buy more beer.
Why? Who needs money? You got beer.
John wins!
Final score. Chris Hawk has 5 points. John Knoke is our champion with 7.
All right.
Nick Knoke had 1. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
Before,
he did have
before
one.
we end the recording, I just want to say Joey Hill's opinions. Actually, at the end of Joey Hill one would have been Nick with 3, Knoke with 3, and Hawk with 1. The one that Hawk won, I know you really want to know. I would have. I love westerns. I would have watched that western. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
It's just
I respect that choice.
with westerns though. It's just there's only so much you can
It's
do.
not going to make people.
Versus Cowboys.
I think I would have went with Nick on the roster.
Yeah,
because
he won that one
that's
for
the
me.
better roster. Not better
How's-
game.
No,
but
it's not the better roster because there's like 12 characters that are the same thing. Son Gohan, Teen Gohan.
But the fact
that
Goku,
they did that.
Goten.
All right, guys. Well, I think we should
Are we
wrap
done?
it up. That's this high score throwdown.
Congratulations to John.
Thank you.